Hi, I'm really excited to share with you today one of my favorite STEM lessons. My name's Jane Marie McKay, and I am an innovation and gifted instructor in the Governor Mifflin School District. This particular lesson I've had a lot of success with, and it's been a lot of fun to teach it virtually and also here in person. So I've done it both ways. This lesson is called Domino Chain Reaction. I'm going to present my screen so you can see it. I want to go back to the very beginning. So typically, if we're in school, I give them the supplies they need, but for at home, they can use whatever they want in order to make their own Rube Goldberg. We start our lessons always in our innovation classroom, virtually or in person, with a growth mindset. We actually show the children that we can use the power of, and then we make the why for yet, because it's important in order to start any task, whether it's writing workshop, reading workshop, or STEM challenges with that growth mindset. And again, it's growth mindset or power of yet. That's how we start all of our lessons within the innovation room, whether we're virtual or in person. So this link to the slide is CJ Lucky, who is one of my favorite inspirations for growth mindset. He also has a Yes I Can video that's just as good as Power of Yet. We use Zootopia, Try Everything, Sesame Street, Power of Yet, all different levels to differentiate for the children to understand the importance of using that growth mindset regardless of math, regardless of reading, writing, whenever we're trying hard tasks at school, at home, wherever. I would definitely encourage any educator to start the year with lots of great literature before going into academics. The literature I'm talking about is the growth mindset literature. So next slide. For this particular lesson, we use the Rube Goldberg book, The Simple Normal Humdrum School Day book. And I don't read the entire book in this particular lesson because it would get long and boring. But the slides are really, really cool. This button right here for click is a personalization of a screencastify explaining to the students that they are not going to read the whole book, but they're going to look closely, really closely at three different Rube Goldbergs to get inspired, to get excited to actually create their own. So this is like the launch, the hook to really get them to want to make their actual Rube Goldberg. There's the next three are the ones that I go through with them if I'm with them virtually. If I'm doing an asynchronistic lesson, they could look through these pictures without me. If I'm doing it with them virtually, I'm reading it and they're following the letters in alphabetical order to actually see the chain reaction. This one, an easy way to get dressed, same way. They're going through, they're looking at the letters in alphabetical order. I'm doing the reading part and explaining the Rube Goldberg, which they love these illustrations. The last one, this is my favorite one, a sneaky way to get out of class early. Again, they're following in alphabetical order. They're looking closely at the illustrations and getting inspired to make their own. The next one is an actual YouTube video where it says click here. It's the massive chain reaction video, which shows them the really neat chain reactions, Rube Goldberg's, that people spend days and days and days upon, again, to give them that inspiration to try their own. Then the lesson goes into a really cool mystery dog. I love mystery dog. He is the best. I use him in my innovation room for so many different lessons, but this particular one, I just love him breaking down a chain reaction and actually asking an expert, which is part of what we do. We ask experts when we need advice, and he brings in an expert who breaks down the algorithm for the chain reaction and shows the children that step-by-step procedure. Again, Mystery Doug is incorporated within the lesson. And then, of course, the actual challenge that I'd like them to do. Now, I knew for this particular challenge right now, I sent home dominoes with my students so they could try it because I knew we were going virtual and I made a little STEM bag for them. But they didn't have to use that because on day two, this is the fun part. This is where they dig deeper and they go into their actual households. They get all kinds of items, kindergarten all the way through high school could do this lesson where they gather their supplies from their house. They have voice and choice with what they want to pick and they build a chain reaction using materials from home. I asked them to send me pictures either on Dojo or send them to my email. Another great way would be to add a flip grid so you could actually see their chain reactions and their excitement with explaining it to you. And then this last slide is really important because it's the epic failures. The epic failures that fail, teaching them fail first attempt in learning, and that we learn more from our failures than we do when things go right. So the epic domino failure YouTube video, they love this because they like to see how other experts can actually fail when creating a chain reaction. So, in a nutshell, that sort of summarizes my lesson. I've had good results with this lesson all the way from kindergarten through, we've done it here at Governor Mifflin all the way through sixth grade. You could go higher than that, but I really encourage anyone to try this lesson because it's just so much fun.